Most people don't know that Germany has a huge volcano, and we'll take a look at the GPS maps to see that it's inflating, and it's rapidly inflating. It's going northeast, so the magma is moving there. And a lake on the volcano where people go swimming, boating in the summer. Ancient German volcano, and there's recent movement of magma beneath the ancient volcano as revealed by the deep earthquakes there. Magma is moving around beneath a volcano in a part of the world that is not normally associated with volcanism. And when it comes to active volcanoes, what country first comes to mind? Japan, perhaps, or the US, as we know Kilauea is now erupting. But what about Italy? All these are excellent examples, and understandably so. They made a wide range of fiery mountains that at some point in the last 12,000 years have erupted, a condition that, per the United States Geological Survey, USGS, makes them active volcanoes. It's easy to forget that plenty of once prolific volcanoes around the world have long fallen silent. Geologically tame countries were often once replete with effusive, explosive eruptions. Just take Germany's Laacher Sea volcano, LSV for short. It's found in the Eifel mountain range within the Rhineland-Palatinate state. Its lake-filled cauldron or caldera is a rather serene sight today, but it was originally forged out of fury around 12,900 years ago. Again, that's around the time, as we know, of the comet strike that was the end of the Clovis culture in the United States, in America. 12,900, 13,000, 14,000 years ago. So at that time, it was active. I finally support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. And here we have the lakes. One is behind the other, as you can see here. So these are volcanic lakes. 12,900 years ago, the cataclysmic eruption, one that coated plenty of Europe in ash. It was responsible for creating the crater-like edifice that we can see here today. So we don't make any mistake about it, coming in at a 6 on the Volcanic Explosivity Index, VEI, which tops out at 8. This was an unmistakably huge eruption. Today, according to Volcano Discovery, it's the only caldera in Central Europe, which means that in at least 12 to 13,000 years, this part of the world has never seen an eruption as powerful as the one that formed Laacher Sea volcano. Its days of volcanism are not necessarily done and dusted, though. A new study published in Geophysical Journal International reveals that there are some curious rumblings going on beneath the Laacher Sea volcano. These specific tremors, known as deep, low-frequency earthquakes, are a clear sign that magmatic fluids are on the move. That's certainly noteworthy. The East Eifel volcanic field, of which the Laacher Sea volcano is part, has not experienced an eruption for roughly 12,000 years, so the movement of magma beneath the surface is something that volcanologists are keen to document and understand. What does that mean for this volcano? Fascinatingly, this data means volcanism is part of Germany, and it was not, in fact, snuffed out thousands of years ago, but rather, as a study lead author Martin Hensch of Southwest Seismological Service in Baden-Württemberg says, it's a long-term dormant. It also highlights that volcanoes almost always don't operate according to human timescales, and determining when a volcano is extinct or not is more difficult than one might imagine initially. The scientific consensus has been building for some time that the East Eifel volcanic field is not extinct, but it's just dormant. Perhaps one day, at an undeterminable point in the future, the Laacher Sea volcano or the wider volcanic field itself may engage in an eruption of some sort. It won't necessarily be a large, voluminous caldera-forming eruption like the one that created the Laacher Sea volcano, but sure, there may be an eruption of some sort. Now, for the all-important caveat, this data is in no way whatsoever implying that an eruption is just around the corner. In fact, an eruption might never happen at the site ever again. The movement of magma does not indicate that it's pooling in a shallow magma reservoir or that it'll inevitably move even closer towards the surface. It just means magma is on the move, which has no bearing on whether an eruption will occur or is even mechanically possible at the site. Presently, we only have evidence for an obviously active magmatic system, Hensch says. We do not have any signs of a reawakening of the shallow volcanic system. So don't lose any sleep over this, fellow Europeans. Laacher Sea volcano is not out to get you. So what the heck are deep low-frequency earthquakes, DLF for short? And what exactly did the team of geophysicists find there in this German volcano? Since 2013, 8 separate sequences of deep low-frequency earthquakes, DLF earthquakes, in 4 different sections of the volcano have been detected by the recently upgraded seismic network in the region. You get small magnitude tectonic earthquakes in the region from time to time when slipping occurs on faults, but they take place in the shallow crust where rocks grind up against each other in a brittle way. Conversely, these random occurring DLF, deep low frequency earthquakes, are taking place below that depth in a lower crust or the upper mantle. And here, the high temperature conditions mean that rock moves more like an elastic substance, hence it flows to a degree. Every now and then, when stress builds up, when things get stuck even during those elastic-like conditions, it can cause parts of the rock to snap back like a rubber band. And that's what was causing those deep earthquakes, which, by the way, were imperceptible to humans. DLF earthquakes take place when something is on the move and there's not much down there that can move quite like partially molten magma. The seismic network then, in all likelihoods, has identified the movement of magma beneath the Laacher Sea volcano in Germany, and it appears that it's moving in a vertical, that is, up-down manner. So inflating, deflating. There's a small chance that it might not be magma moving, but other geothermal fluids under a lot of pressure, but the team are placing their bets on that it is magma. Interestingly, the shallowest of the DLF quakes are beneath the magma reservoir that's thought to have fed the caldera forming paroxysm 12,900 years ago, the eruption. That may sound a little concerning, but at this point, there's not enough data to say exactly what's happening down there, other than the fact that something is on the move. Deep low-frequency earthquakes were also probably taking place earlier, but as the equipment has only just now been upgraded in the recent past, those data points have been lost to time. Hensch explains that although the volcanic system in Germany could reactivate, this could take thousands to tens of thousands of years. Such timings, as is always the case with idiosyncratic volcanic systems, remains unpredictable. Given the short observation period, the recent activity should not be interpreted as increased unrest of the magmatic system, he said. There are so far no signs of volcanic activity in the near future. As it happens, Laacher Sea volcano has come in for a bit of fear-mongering in the past, despite the fact that the eruption that formed the caldera is really the only major eruption that's taken place at this specific site. Tabloids have occasionally latched on to new Laacher Sea volcano studies to generate enormous, scary-sounding conclusions. As pointed out by Wired a few years back, it doesn't take much. Not too long ago, when carbon dioxide was seen bubbling up at the caldera's lake, scientists reported on it and described it as a product of magma degassing. Sadly, that rather innocuous event triggered headlines screaming about the end of times for those as far away as London. So let's be clear about this. Nothing worrying is happening or is about to happen in this Germany volcano. Volcanically speaking, what is happening is that magma is moving around beneath the volcano in a part of the world that is not normally associated with volcanism, at least in the minds of the general public. This is by Robin Andrews on Forbes on Blended Reality. Now we'll take a look at the GPS stations and see what movements we have there. Let's take a look together at that map. Here we are at Seismo Berkeley. This is Germany right here, and we had a 4.3 earthquake yesterday in Poland. Only 2 people reported feeling it, but this is around the area of Laacher Sea right there. Let's go to our map of this. You can see where it is. I've located for you right here the aerial of USGS map. That's it right there. That's the lake that we were talking about, Laacher Sea volcano, as you can see. And this is an area between Bonn, Germany and Frankfurt. There it is again, Laacher Sea volcano. And we'll go to the area of the GPS stations. And where are we? I had it before. Here we are, right there, between Bonn and Frankfurt. This is the area of the volcano. Let's go in a little bit more. We'll choose a, can we see this? Let's go, okay. Where is it? Where's the lake? I can't seem to see the lake, but we'll go in a little bit more. Can we see the lake? There it is, right there. Okay, there's the lake. Let's go a little bit more. Okay, Laacher Sea. Okay, that's it. Let's take one of the GPSs here. Let's see what that says. Okay, it's going up, so it's going, this is the east-west map. It's going up, so it's going east. So this is from 2004, 2021. Okay, not right now. And it's going north, as we can see. It's going northeast, and it's inflating. From 2004 to 2000 now, up to here, 21, it's really inflating. Let's go to another one. Let's pull out a little bit, find another GPS station. Let's go to one of these. That one was again going northeast and steady here. Seasonal though. And let's go to another one here on this side, northwest of it. What's happening here? Again, it's going northeast, and it is less of an inflation than the one that we had closer to the volcano. Let's see this one. Oh, that's not a good one. Let's choose another one. One of these here. Okay, PRRZ. Again, it's going northeast, and it's steady. So the one near the volcano that we took to the south of the volcano was the one that was moving. This one here showed the inflation. Northeast and moving. Okay, so there we go. Let's take one a little bit more south. Northeast and more erratic, but still inflating since 2006. Let's go here to the south of the east of this. It's going northeast and it's pretty steady. But we'll keep our eyes on this one. This one is the closest GPS station to the Laacher Sea volcano. It's amazing that they only have one GPS station that close. It's going northeast and it's inflating, as we can see. I'll leave links below for you for this. Thank you for your support. Please leave your comments. Thank you.